Russell looks at turn one for an overtake, but Russell looks at Bottas going into turn one and decides the better of it. Seemingly gets a better exit out of turn 2 and 3, and is now alongside going into turn 4. But Bottas gets a little bit out of shape going into turn 4, and heads into sector 2 ahead of George. But George is now right up on the gearbox, and then we see what I call probably one of the best overtakes, well, arguably the best overtake of the race. And I'm going to put it up there. It's one of the best of the year, because there's not a place you would expect people to overtake going through sector 2. I saw it in Formula 2 quite a bit, and I was like, that's interesting, but they've got quite smaller cars, so maybe that's why they're achieving this. But Bottas on the racing line, and George decides to send it up the inside. They're going side by side through this S section, and then turn 7 is a 90 degree left, and then turn 8 is just about 100 degree right with quite a wide curb on the exit. And Russell sends it on the inside of turn 7 and then gets fantastic traction out of turn 8 and has done Bottas. Now, I know he's on fresher tyres, but Bottas, I feel like should have defended a little bit better than that. Probably the only place you could defend in that track and almost not guarantee an overtake, and he let the rookie come through.
Yeah, it shows a real commitment for Russell, who could have easily just waited for a straight and would have been able to just do it.
We're not short of them, are we? Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, we're not short of these straights. There's 3 of them on this track. And I said to my other half, I was like, this is Russell really trying to make a point. He is gunning. He's trying to get this contract. He's basically saying, this is what I can do in your car. This is what I can do after 2 days of practice. I'm taking it away from one of your lead drivers. And instead of waiting 10 seconds and overtaking on the straight, I'm going to do it in a arguably not dangerous part of the track, but a harder part of the track. And I thought, yes, this is what I want to see. This is great racing. It was so good. But yeah, I'll be quiet now. Take it away. Sorry.
Well, don't be completely quiet. I mean, that won't make for much of a podcast with 2 of us. But yeah, it was a really good overtake. It showed his commitment, and it showed that his mindset as a racer. It's hard to imagine Bottas making a move like that if the roles were reversed.
I don't know.
Tyre advantage or no, it's just Bottas. You feel like he would have just waited for the straight. He would have been like, let's just keep it tidy. I'm easily going to get him on the straight, and let's go round, and there we go.
Bottas is a good driver, but he's a safe driver. He's a very safe overtaker. He won't take any risks.
He's got quite a conservative attitude towards his racing, doesn't he?
And we've seen that on, going back to 2018 or 2019, where we've seen it on like penultimate laps, and Bottas is he going to make the move? Oh, no, he's alongside, but he just backs out at the last minute because he just doesn't want to cause an accident. Whereas other drivers are, lick the stamp and send it. That's what Ricciardo says, but it's just different drivers have different styles of driving. And, we've seen the polar opposite between the 2 Mercedes drivers this week.
Yeah, so fantastic move from Russell there. And he didn't stop there, did he? He didn't stop there at all.
Not at all.
That's lap 71. Lap 72, he's up to P3. Lap 73, he's up to P2. He's absolutely flying. He's going for it. He's not going to have any of this. He's going to show his worth and all the rest of it. Bottas, on the other hand, his tyres are falling apart. Sainz gets past him. Ricciardo gets past him. Albon gets past him. He's obviously just got no tyres left. I don't really think that's Bottas's fault at all. Just the closing stages. He's already done loads of laps on those hards. He probably also, I don't know, maybe he also lost his head a little bit as that was happening, because it's going to be pretty difficult to maintain focus when your up and coming driver teammate in his first race is flying around past you, and you've got, these other drivers that are now threatening you. You got no rear tyres left.